Dave really represents a woman's home. Tammy represents a woman's life, and Rachel really represents a woman's style. Rachel is a very relatable woman. She has a regular life. She manages things from going to the office to a PTA meeting to dinner with friends, dinner with family, just with a very great sense of style. Rachel is involved in working in this collection. Certainly understanding her sense of style and her personality helped to guide the direction of the collection, along with all of the elements of Longaberger craft and staying true to those things that are very important to the family and the company.
And I know when I'm wearing something that is very plain and I just want to feel good about myself, or I just want to feel pulled together, it's amazing how a very simple accessory can do that for you.
This is one of the new pieces of the jewelry, and you can see it takes its cues from our actually this trim strip and nail head. These little points are actually representations of the nails. The enamel is the same banding and trim, and it's just really cool. Earlier in our history, especially with JW, we made baskets with continuous weave, and we would take an up splint and split it. And if you look at this, you have that same split, as well as this, to me, is the trim of our basket in a more modern sense. So if you look at the edges of the jewelry, you can see the same edges of the piece, and then the nail heads.
The pieces that we're offering in this first grouping of So Rachel jewelry are very much on trend with what women are wearing and what they're asking for to be worn. The pieces are transitional. They can go from casual to office, out to dinner with the friends, or even a very dressy occasion.
It's amazing with jeans, dressing up, going to the office, going to a meeting. I can't think of any place I could go that I could not put a piece of this beautiful jewelry on.
They are craft inspired in terms of their elements and their use of mixed metals, natural materials, and craft inspired design elements really make it uniquely Longaberger.
These are actually glass beads that are from Czechoslovakia, and they're all hand tied and silk knotted, French knotted with silk. And there's a neat detail to the cap. It's hammered, and it's hammered just like our nail heads are.
Longer styles like lariat necklaces that have some element or ability to be adjusted in size depending on the woman wearing it. Very important. The whole scarf and multi-strand trend is very important, and we represent that very well here.
This is a more complicated piece, but it's a necklace. So you can see there's a brooch, bracelet, swag, and the necklace combines little filigree beads, and there's some of them also on some of the other elements. These are that handcrafted. They're filigree. There's a little wooden ball, which is again a reference to our wood, and it has little gems that are in it.
Charms are also very important in the jewelry trend right now going on. The charms that we've selected for our groupings really represent very special stories, whether they give insights into the lives of Rachel or of the Longaberger Company, or even things that are really near and dear to us like family and friends. You'll see locket elements and pieces that are really inspired by really the essence of who we are.
This actually is a swag that will fit on a basket or on a belt hoop.
This piece speaks to craft and the connection of metals and natural materials. The horseshoe is a wonderful piece and a connection back to Rachel and her love of horses. What we tried to do with our handbag line was we tried to incorporate elements from the jewelry line into the trims of the handbags.
Well, the handbags are of course beautiful as well. I love the texture. They're soft to the feel. They go warm. They're soft and smooth. They are tailored looking, but also casual enough to wear with jeans.
This is one of our new handbags, and it's one of the drop sling style. This leather is actually really wonderful. It's full grain, so it has that nice real leather feel and character. It's natural because of the natural grain of the leather. We're actually going to offer all of the handbags in two colors, a really nice warm rich Merlot crimson, which is just as warm. It's a red, but it's a warm red, and then of course in black. One of the other shapes, the clutch shape, there's two ways we're going to offer that. The same detail of styling, same reference. This one has got actually a woven panel that's really woven, and it's set back behind a panel, so it's really nicely, has a nice character. It's not bumpy.
Well, I think this line certainly carries on the family tradition. When you look at some of the elements of our original crafts, the chamfered edge, the weaving, the textures, they all play out in very subtle but important ways in our accessories.
And in addition, in our handbags, the interior of our handbags has a metal plate that identifies this as a So Rachel item. That metal plate really speaks to the history of our basket tagging. The items that we're offering and the use of the unique materials really are offering a very fashionable collection that can be worn throughout seasons and speak to craft, speak to fashion, and speak to uniquely Longaberger and So Rachel.